Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a study tip video because I'm about to graduate high school. This video is just all about the finals, especially the Abitur because I live in Germany. Before we actually get started, I just wanted to say that all those apps, all those websites I'm naming in this video are just apps that I really like. This video is not sponsored by any of those. Welcome to my friends and my study session in the library. So my friend and I, we went to the library in our free periods because the school was just way too loud to focus. Without focus, you can't really study because we want to study smarter, not harder. You just have to search for a quiet place. Here you can see me and my friend hustling for school while eating some snacks. And this is definitely one way to motivate yourself. You can also treat yourself something after your hard-working study sessions. But for me, I just love eating while studying. If you have a loud family like I have, maybe you can go get yourself headphones with like noise cancellation. Those are really good and really helpful. Sometimes I even listen to like brown noises, or like there are a lot of colors. I think like white noises, pink noises, they literally have everything. As you can see here, I'm using Spotify and I just went on there and searched for like brown noises, pink noises, whatever you want to listen to. Maybe you can research beforehand and see which noise means what, and also what you can achieve by listening to it. If you're in a room, your table should also be organized, because having a clean space helps to focus as well. So now I'm going to talk about why you should study with a friend. Why would you study with a friend? It helps a lot because you guys could gather information together or exchange your notes or just explain to each other what you've learned to know if you understood it correctly. Another thing is just that you should video call a friend. Turn off the microphone so that it's quiet and just have your phone there that you can like see each other, so you can like motivate each other. Because I think for me, I don't like to study alone because I feel like, oh my god, like I'm at home, I want to do a bunch of other stuff instead of studying. But if I'm like on a phone call with a friend and I see her studying, I'm like, yeah, I should study as well. And at the same time, you can't use your phone, which is just perfect, right? It's a win-win situation. So if you don't have friends who wants to video call with you, there is actually a website you could visit. This website is called lifeed.io, and as you can see here, you can choose between a bunch of different backgrounds. Sometimes they even have different music. You can choose between landscapes and whatever they have a lot of stuff there. Or you can just choose one of the K-pop lives they have there if you are a K-pop fan. Most of the times I choose this particular live because it just keeps me motivated. It's just so cozy to have Hyunjin in front of me, even though it might seem kind of weird, but I really like the vibe. The next thing I'm going to talk about are study apps, because we have a lot of apps nowadays that just help us. For example, the app Flora, to keep me focused and off my phone. You can set timers on that app and you're basically just planting a lot of things while you study, and it's just really cute because for me it keeps me really motivated if I see like, oh my god, I just planted like a flower, and you just design kind of your own little garden and study at the same time. I just think it's really cute. For all my Apple users, I would actually really recommend the app called Reminders. As you can see here, you can have your to-do list on this app and even set a time for when some things have to be done. If you completed a task, you can just click on the circle, the to-do thingy, and it'll be marked as completed. The next app I'm going to talk about is Canva. It's really good for like PowerPoint presentations, handouts, or stuff like that. I mean, if you have an Apple device, you can use Keynote for like PowerPoints, but I actually think that Canva has really cute designs you can play with. So for me personally, I really like to use Canva, even though it might be a little bit complicated, but you'll get used to it. By the way, I'm really sorry for my voice, but I just got sick. So here you can see some of my PowerPoints I've did in the past. Most of the designs I'm using here are just designs done by Canva or like, I guess, other users. Since those designs are practically just already given to you, it's so much less time consuming than making presentations with PowerPoint or Keynote, and they just look so much more elevated without putting that much time and effort into it. So, for learning languages, learning a vocabulary, you can use Quizlet. Now, I rarely use Quizlet anymore, but I used to use it all the time for learning French. As you can see here in the video, you can just go through the vocabularies and swipe to the left or right depending on how familiar you are with the vocabularies. They also have this matching game where you have to click the matching vocabularies, and as you can see on the top, it is actually counting on how long you need to complete this game, and if you click the wrong vocabularies, it'll just add up on the time. And right here, you can just test your knowledge. So, I don't know if this is like an app based in Germany or something like that, but Knowunity is also a really good app where you can share notes with other people. You can just go onto it and search for the notes you want to have, which you can use to study. The last and my favorite app I'm going to talk about is GoodNotes. So right now, I'm actually using GoodNotes. I have my notes on there for this video. As I already said, this is not sponsored by GoodNotes, but I really, really love GoodNotes. So this right here is GoodNotes 5, not GoodNotes 6, because I'm just too familiar with GoodNotes 5. So I'm still using it. Right here, you can see this laser pointer you can use if you're like presenting in class. There's just a bunch of things to show, so I'm not going through everything, but like these are some notes I've taken. So you can create different folders with different notebooks, with different types and different colors or even different size of paper. And here you can see me using different colors of pens and highlighters, creating this beautiful title. And here you can see that you can even choose different types of pens. As I already said, this is GoodNotes 5, so if you consider actually buying GoodNotes, I would recommend you to buy GoodNotes 6 because they have even more features. So here I'm just going through some more features. For example, you can just type your notes, you can add stickers or like pictures. Now we're going to talk about the general study tips like notes taking and stuff like that because, you know, we want to work harder. No, what the hell? We want to work smarter and not harder, okay? The first tip is starting early. I know you've heard it 1,000 times, but it's true. You need to manage your time. Plan it out. Plan out what you're going to do on what day. This helps so much. You can use GoodNotes for it. You can use, I don't know, your calendar. Whatever you have, it'll be so much easier if you know how much time you have till your next exam. Yeah, plan out what you are going to learn, how much time you're going to use for specific topics. For example, maybe something is really easy for you, then you don't have to put that much time into it. But like maybe some topics are just a little bit more difficult for you. Plan more time for it. In general, just time management is it's so important. Trust me, it'll help you to plan. Okay, but also keep in mind, discipline and consistency is key. If you study every day, just a little bit, just study a little bit every day, you'll see the progress you're making. You don't have to do much, you know, a little bit every day. You'll have so much less stress. You won't burn out in the end. If you know you have an exam and you study one day before the exam, you're stressed out. You're gonna have a burnout. Trust me, it sounds hard, but you'll get used to it. And after you got used to it, it's a habit of yours and it'll just get easier and easier every day. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is taking notes in class. To be honest, I know it's not a good habit, but I do not really take notes in class. I only write down the things my teacher already wrote down. You should watch out for the keywords or things your teacher repeats over and over again, because that's probably really important to them. So if you write that in your exam, they know you studied. They like it. You'll get a high grade, most likely. You just have to find out what the teacher wants. Okay, so now we've talked about studying, blah, 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 all the tips. But breaks are as equally important as to know how to study. You need to have breaks at the right time. For timing yourself, you can use Flora, but also liveat.io, because as you can see in the left corner, there is a timer. And this technique is called the Pomodoro technique. So you study for like 20 minutes and then you take a small break for 5 minutes. Then you can go back studying again. And after a few rounds, you can take a big break to stay focused and to not burn out. So I don't know about other countries, but in Germany we have Abitur. The Abitur, the tasks are about all those things we've learned in the past 2 years. I would recommend to review your old tests and exams, because I've already forgotten a lot of what I've learned, so this will help a lot. Never ever throw them away. They'll help you one day. I mean, in Germany, they definitely will help you one day. In other countries, I'm not sure, but I still think that these could help, because you can just look at the tasks and redo them, or I don't know. Last but not least, I have some strategies. Active recall is a really, really helpful strategy. You can make yourself some mock exams, or maybe ask ChatGPT to make mock exams for you. And also here, time management. Try to solve them under for me, it's Abitur conditions. For example, my English exam is going to be 60 minutes of mediation. So maybe you can ask ChatGPT, okay, give me a mediation task and try to solve it under 60 minutes to prepare for the actual exam. Since I have to study for my final exams, I cannot post that much. Yeah, that's it with the video. I really hope that you liked it. And I'm going to write all the app or website names in the description box below. And maybe you can give me some study tips as well. Help each other out in the comment section. Whatever. I'm so happy you stayed till the end. And yeah, see you next time.